So I have the the sheet up, and I do believe I crossed out um, the last words, and I did. So we should be good to go. I have my calculator here. I just need to pull up the random integer uh, creator. So we're going to go 1 through 25, and we will find out what that is. So we got the number 23, which has been used before. We received the number 12, which is arthritis. That is our noun. We are going to go for our verb, which is the number 1, which is chant. And then we have our last number, which is 25, which is silly for our adjective. Uh, so we have a silly chant about arthritis. So I'm going to cross these out right now, so it's not a problem in the future. Um, and then silly. And let's get into our picture. So, now what immediately catches my attention is the idea of some, perhaps we have a pharmacy. So let's just kind of draw some three-quarters building pharmacy. Needed to fill out the blank space. And so this is some building front, um, and then we have the sidewalk, and this perhaps wraps around, and then there's some parking spots um, with lines here, and maybe some here. And we, of course, have the amazing sliding glass doors that will move once you come close to it because of the sensor. And maybe we can get a little bit of color in here when we get around to it. So I'm going to leave the actual building to be white, but I am probably going to color in a lot of other stuff here. We might leave the parking lot white just because that'll make things simpler. But if we color these in like so, paying close attention to closing loops, that's something that tends to be problematic on the channel. And we need to go over here and just make sure that this actually, if I finish this off, then I can do whatever I want with it. So let's get a dark gray going for the actual asphalt. And then we're going to get a lighter gray that we used for the birds on the sidewalk, a very, very faint blue for the glass just to show that it's something different. And on the glass here, we are going to actually go back to our dark gray and continue that trend. And I don't know, for our pharmacy sign, let's pick something medical looking. Let's just go with a kind of milky green. That sounds like a problem. Um, and then that is going to be our picture so far, but we need to actually, so since I closed that off, let's get the pharmacy to be purple. Um, Now we need to actually get into the thick of it. So perhaps we have some interesting elderly folk who are none too happy about their pharmaceutical bills when it comes to the arthritis department. But perhaps they are not too versed in the act of voicing their opinions, and we will see how this can become quite whimsical. So, if we have the the elderly folk, they're going to be slightly curved in a weird way because they're not feeling too good about their joints, um, and they're going to be holding signs. So we just need to color these signs in with a base color for now. I need to complete this rectangle because that's important. And there we go. And then just erase some of the inside stuff here. So these elderly folk are marching around the pharmacy like the siege of Jericho, hoping that one day the building will fall and arthritis medicine will pour from its doors. But what they don't understand is necessarily how to correctly portray how serious they are. Now they see that the kids are quite hip, and they are perhaps showing off their new trends of emojis. So what the old folk have actually done is they have tried to gain the attention of uh, of the younger generation by using their language. But the problem is they don't necessarily understand what some of these mean, so they're just kind of using them haphazardly in order to try and portray their message. And so that is what you're seeing. So they're saying that the high prices are crappy, but I don't think that it's necessarily what they were trying to portray. Um, so I think this is pretty straightforward, but I think that we are done with this segment. So it's been a relatively fast-paced stream today. I hope that I have thoroughly explained all of the topics that I have come out here to explain today. So for those of you who will be affected by Hurricane Irma, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that you are staying indoors in safety of your home. I hope that you have also stocked up on the necessary commodities and that you are prepared for the oncoming storm. Although I do believe, and this is my non-meteorologist account, that here in Orlando, I don't think I will be getting the blunt of it due to the fact that in all directions there is a decent bit of land. I have chosen not to evacuate, but I also live on the third floor, so the benefits of that is that if the water level were to rise, I shouldn't be feeling that, but the third floor is also a taller lever arm, so that can become problematic in high wind conditions. But we will see how it goes. I'm trying not to worry too much, and I'm trying to make sure that everybody else isn't as stressed out as they are, I guess. So we will see how it goes, and I'll be updating you in the future streams. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be signing off. I don't know whether or not I will have a cover on Tuesday. I've kind of reached one of those ruts where I'm not necessarily sure what I want to play. I haven't practiced specific songs up to a quality where I would feel comfortable playing them on the stream, nor would I feel comfortable trying to earn money off of those performances. So I will be keeping you updated as I practice more on various instruments. But thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.